Do you recognise this guy?
Vaguely.
So he was in a Hartnell story we watched.
Ah.
A different character. He was Dalek Master Plan. Brett Vian.
Where did he spring from? I don't know, sir.
Oh yeah, Brett Vian. Well, hello and welcome back to the Shallow Proclamation. My name's Thomas, and as always, I'm joined by
Paul.
Nice. And we are watching The Web of Fear. That's what it's called, isn't it?
Yep, The Web of Fear.
London Underground meets arachnids and yetis.
Yeah. Well,
Yeti is the plural of yeti, isn't it?
Yeti. No.
It's already got an eye. You'd have to exaggerate the eye.
I've also enjoyed the Matrices trilogy. So, there was only one Matrix, so it's fine.
Oh, great! Before we jump in, I've got a little thing to show you, Paul, and our viewers. So I've been working on a little film, a sci-fi movie. It's going to be about 80 minutes long, hopefully, sort of feature length.
I love it. I've been working on the little film, 80 minutes. Like
compared to some movies, that's pretty.
It's longer than Toy Story.
So it's kind of an alien invasion movie, and definitely influenced by Doctor Who. It's not a Doctor Who fan film. I mentioned it in our Discord community, which viewers you can join by clicking the link below to get more updates on that and general Doctor Who chat. But yeah, so I've done the opening scene, and I'd love to just run it by you to see what you think.
Go ahead. I've got literally no idea what to expect from this now. I don't know what the tone of this is going to be, like, and because I know you, I've got no chance to know what the tone's going to be either. Could go any way,
I thought you were about to say, because I know you, I have a fairly good idea of what it's going to be.
Sounds a bit like Muse.
Yeah, definitely influenced a bit by Muse. There we go.
It's good because I love the game of muscle statues. I'm jesting, of course. Yeah, that's good. So did you film that all yourself, or did you have someone filming you?
I filmed it all myself, which is the most impractical way to make a movie.
I was going to say, it must be take a bit longer having to set it all up and then to get it shot over time. Oh, that's cool. Nice. So that's looking good. So
Cheers.
You don't want to give too much away about it. Have we got a synopsis?
Yeah, so it's kind of it's an alien invasion film. The aliens see movement. So you've got.
I get it. See, that's all in the title, isn't it?
So you see where I'm going with that. But yeah, no. So it's been fun. A fun little summer project.
Okay, so Musical Statues is a short film about a group of weeping angels who form a band and take it travelling.
I become a weeping angel.
Oh, that's good, mate. So it's going to be 80 minutes long.
That's the aim. I need to try and get you in it at some point, Paul. Even if it's a small thing in the background.
Absolutely. Yeah, do. And well, if people want to keep up with that, I guess they should join the Discord server, because there's a section on our Discord. Share your work, so people can actually just, say, hey, you know what? This is a Doctor Who. No, this is our Doctor Who chat, but there's a little bit here where people just say, hey, I'm doing something else. It's not related to Doctor Who necessarily. Maybe it's making a film. Maybe you make music. Maybe you draw. Maybe you, I don't know, anything. Knit.
Make pottery.
Yeah,
do pop it on there. Yeah, it's great to see what other projects people are working on. So feel free to just post in there. Sorry for putting you through that, but always good to get your thoughts.
Well, I appreciate the apology. So.
And I will say, actually, the film will be released on YouTube, so
we'll be able to highlight that. I mean, have you got a production schedule? When are we looking? Christmas
I'm
release
for
or
Christmas release?
I was gonna say, there you go. Good.
I wouldn't say it's very Christmassy, but
just stick some jingle bells in it.
Shall we watch Doctor Who?
Nah. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Is there anything we need to know about this episode?
I don't think so. We're partway through, aren't we? Was this episode 3?
Yeah, episode 3 of.
So this may be the one that is just a reconstruction.
Right.
Because I'm not sure the animated version is on BritBox. We'll find out. It doesn't look very animated in there. This may be pictures. Then we'll see. But this, I imagine, it will be the official one they did back in 2013 when it was released as part of the 50th anniversary. It will be a darn sight better than the Underwater Menace, though. So
I was going to say, exciting they're animating Underwater Menace. I'm out of the habit of doing it over Zoom. We had the luxury of being in person for 5 episodes. That was amazing.
It was a nice day.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Thomas made soup.
Yes. I heated up soup.
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
Yeah.
We had a Wetherspoons breakfast. It was
yeah.
I mean, it's good, isn't it, for us to talk about this? Because I imagine people like to see how the other half live.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's it? A day in the life of a YouTube celebrity.
It's hard being famous, isn't it, Paul?
It is tough, but someone's got to do it.
Oh, crumbs.
That one shot of the explosion is already more movement than the whole of the Underwater Menace. Do you recognise this guy?
To warn you, he thinks you're responsible for the Yeti.
Oh, does he? The plot thickens, doesn't it? I think it's time I got you to
Vaguely.
HQ. Lead on.
So he was in a Hartnell story we watched.
Ah.
A different character.
The whole line's gone. We're completely hemmed in.
He was a Dalek Master Plan.
We can't.
Brett Vian.
Where did he spring from? I don't know, sir.
Oh yeah, Brett Vine.
Where are they?
Corporal Blake's got him in a
You know, I had Sarah Kingdom,
Yes.
and he was her brother, and she shot him and killed him.
Yes, quite early on.
Yeah.
Wow. The Impossible Man.
Stop.
Well, I couldn't tell you before.
Recognise the name?
Down here, aren't you? I'm taking over from Pemberton.
I just missed it. Was it
Taking over. I see. Well,
Lethbridge or
have you got
something?
any,
Authorization? Yes, of course.
Lethbridge Stewart?
Come on, Thomas, you're letting yourself down here.
Is it something to do with unit or something?
Yeah.
Oh, Kate Stewart.
It would seem that the
Kate Lethbridge Stewart, yeah.
here, Captain.
So she is
job to do, sir.
the
I think it's
daughter.
best to let him get on with it, don't you?
Is she?
She's the daughter of Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart.
Ah,
You've seen it then?
yes.
There's something on the screen
Oh,
here,
sorry.
Thomas.
I dragged it across so I could see your face as you scolded me.
Rubbish, my dear fella.
Yeah. No, on the one hand, I'm embarrassed for not getting that. On the other hand, I'm not too embarrassed because I don't think I would have got that. Okay, that was it Capaldi era they brought back the Brigadier briefly?
Yes, it was the intelligence that brought
The
Well, they
Brigadier,
referenced him.
the Brigadier didn't appear. Kate, I
No.
think, appeared in the Matt Smith era.
Well, you give it.
Yeah,
She's in the 50th anniversary.
Yes.
yeah, the Zygon one and stuff. Yeah. When's her first episode? Is it the 50th?
I was just trying to think that, like, I'm not 100% now. The first one she appeared in was The Power of Three,
Right.
I
Okay.
think. Looks like it. You remember that one? Matt Smith, Amy and Rory, little black cubes.
Yes, that's a. I swear the Matt Smith era is like a massive gap in my mind because I only saw it when it came out. I haven't rewatched any of them, and I must have been quite young. I'm quite familiar with the Tennant era, but yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it all again. Actually, all the Matt Smith and Capaldi stuff.
You're familiar with the Tennant era. I'm more familiar with the homeowner era. Weems, that character. Weems.
Weems.
Cheeky.
What brought the intelligence back again?
So the other overlap with the modern era, of course, is the great intelligence stuff.
Yeah.
And again, I don't feel too bad for not getting that one because, yeah, it's so, like, now you say it, I remember that episode with the snow globes and stuff, but very few of those details have stayed in my mind. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there, Thomas.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Only about 600 episodes before we do, but you know.
Matt Smith was a good doctor, wasn't he? And he didn't. You said he was quite inspired by the Troughton stuff, wasn't he?
Yeah, Tomb of the Cybermen in particular, I know, was the one he watched. I don't know if he watched others as well. This is the most cliched Welshman you could have, really, isn't he?
Yeah.
Last time the Yeti were at Holborn Station. Oh, there's lovely. There's lovely.
Next slide, Blake.
It's like Chris Whitty during lockdown. Next slide, please.
Very clearly.
This mist, does it do anything? I mean, is it poisonous or anything?
No. But if anybody goes into it, they just don't come out again. As soon as
Oh.
the effects of the mist.
He's like, is it poisonous? Oh, no, it's fine. It's just, if you go into it, you won't come out again.
Yeah. Just kills you. Just kills you.
Oh, nice. I mean, they do look imposing in the tunnel, don't they?
Yeah.
It's almost a better environment for them than the Tibet story. I mean, you did have some action with them in the cave, but when they were just wide in the open, it's a bit less scary because you see them coming.
Had
Much
a lot of space to run away.
Yeah, exactly. It's always monsters in tight spaces that get me.
This thin
Right.
area.
And as such, Mr. Chorley, you are no more than a passenger. Staff, lights, please.
Put him in his place.
Yeah. Surely
back.
not.
Hey! Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Sorry.
I mean, I do feel it's in the reconstructions where it is obviously trickier. There's less for us to look at. This is where all the gold comes.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, bless them for the effort they've put in, but let's be honest, it is a little bit harder to focus, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We were just saying the other day when we met up that we've not got that many reconstructions left. We're almost out of the era where there's episodes missing, so
Yeah.
it's going to be a real change.
Yeah, got
We were
bright
saying-
times ahead.
We feel like we've overcome some of the biggest hurdles generally.
Yeah,
I think the early years are the hardest because of episodes being missing and reconstructions and things like that. So imagine if we'd started this, like me being a fan of the whole thing, and obviously you see the new era, and you imagine you just hated it, and you hated every minute.
you're saying imagine that's the case? No, I'm joking.
Queensway.
No, I've really enjoyed getting into the classic era actually. Oh, I won't lie, some parts of it have been hard work, but
Yeah,
overall I am very glad to be doing this. And Troughton is very much the Doctor in my eyes at the moment.
Mr. Chorley.
and I think any well-balanced Doctor Who fan would also be able to say that not all of it is the gold.
Yeah,
That perhaps
Off you go.
the name classic might imply.
yes.
Well, Blake. See them, Mr.
Yeah, by classic, maybe we should say
Plenty of paper and so on.
earlier Doctor Who.
But then a lot of these stories were released as
Blow it up while it's on the move.
just pure audio.
Yes, that should work.
So people would listen to a story, and they, maybe like in the car or.
I think I find that quite hard because you'd really have to keep in your mind, like keep track of the voices, wouldn't you? It wouldn't be like an audio book. It would be.
Yeah. Well, I don't know whether on some of the audio versions, because what was it we watched? Was it the Highlanders that had some linking narration?
Yes.
So there may have been some of that on more of the audio.
I don't think
more
Abraham
family
Lincoln was doing it, but.
As he famously said, don't believe everything you hear on the internet.
Speaking of which, he's been in Doctor Who, hasn't he?
He has, by that guy whose job was actually to be he predominantly acted as Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. I discovered this. Apparently the Victoria line, if you ever get a train on the Victoria line, it's really hot. You'll notice that next time you go.
I must have been, I wouldn't have known if you'd said to me, I've definitely been on the Underground and be like, oh, this is ridiculously hot. I wouldn't have known it was specifically the Victoria line, though.
It's especially hot there because apparently the brakes work differently on that line.
Right.
Releases a lot of heat.
Then be the brakes.
All the Kit Kats.
That's a sign of like someone being like a sociopath, isn't it? Or like a psychopath. Someone who eats a Kit Kat without breaking the things in two, just eats it like a normal chocolate bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely. If you ever meet someone like that, just run.
Is that why their slogan is "Take a break"? Because you can break them in two.
Oh, well, thanks for joining us, Thomas.
Victoria, the doctor promised
That could be a play on words.
at the very last moment.
I guess in this, like, Troughton is more like a father figure to Victoria, isn't he? Because Waterfield, her father, Edward Waterfield, died and she was orphaned, and
Where we landed.
Yeah.
then she ended up travelling with them, and he said they'd look after her. And I guess because he's that bit younger than
Ordinary sort of
Hartnell,
craft.
slightly different relationship.
Yeah.
Yes. But the doctor wouldn't
Lots
go
of
without
Doctor Who episodes about orphans, aren't there, Paul?
We're going to-
95, in fact.
Was it called 95?
Is it? No, what
What
is
was
it called?
60, 56, 66? I don't know.
Go and get him.
Oh, that was a proper blood-curdling scream, wasn't it?
Travers is doing, or is it Jack Watling, the actual actor, is doing a great job, isn't he, of conveying a sort of doddery old man compared to, given that obviously a few weeks ago he was being his own age, kind of confident explorer type.
What?
Pulls it off very well.
What, Ling? Sorry.
There we go.
Jack Watling. Wait, what? Ling?
That was the end shot. That was it.
Wow.
I'm just recreating the end shot for you, Thomas.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. Brilliant. I mean,
That's the thumbnail right there.
Juxtaposed with the actual one. I thought that was solid. Obviously a bit harder to keep up with as a recon, but more of the kind of claustrophobic underground stuff, which I really like. I mean, the fact that you don't have any daylight in this story, that makes it quite kind of intense in a weird way, doesn't it? The whole thing.
Yeah, it's all underground, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah, like you'd feel terrible after spending that much time underground, wouldn't you? It's like being on a submarine or something.
Yeah. No, good stuff. Another good one, but I mean, I am itching to get into moving images.
Are you? Yeah.
Really, I think.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've had a recon, so now we're getting a bit of PTSD.
I know, yeah. Brings back terrible memories.
Nice. Well, should we crack on to another one?
Yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining us. As always, give us a comment down below about the episode. Join us on the Discord server. The link's in the description, and just sub to the channel as well if you enjoy what we do, or even if you don't enjoy what we do. Do it anyway. And join us next time. Until then, bye-bye.
Goodbye.